as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind.
There he goes, right side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former second overall pick, now in his third season out of BYU. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 24 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd down in the yard. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They'll try it now with Swift. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Now Wilson. That's complete to Cobb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The Jets hit a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Wilson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
A lot to talk about when it comes to Garrett Wilson, the reigning offensive rookie of the year. Last season, really embraced the wide receiver 1 role in New York, broke Keyshawn Johnson's rookie record for yards, and one of the brightest young stars at his position lives up to that by getting another Jets first down.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. They'll run right here with Swift. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And able to get this to the 31.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. On the option to give to Swift here. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action now. Wilson. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Hurts. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hurts. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no. They left the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On first down, right back to Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip up yardage like this.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hall again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big pickup of 38. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Hall again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive.
This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Another sack in the Josh Sweat total. Even after he surprised many with a Pro Bowl season 2021, I'm still not sure how many people knew that much about him entering that campaign. They certainly do now. After built upon that prior season with a career high 11 sacks in 2022.
Here's third and a few inches. In motion right, that's Wilson. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 19 yards away.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. But Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth.
Hurts fumbles it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Holding. Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again.
Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Now inside the 25.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is
Defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second down, here's Hurts.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll look to throw. Slide. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Wilson wants to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.